Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. This is a conversation, guys. I am behind the wheel right now, headed to my business. And I just had some more thoughts that I wanted to share. So no time like the present, right? Multitask. Okay. But this is a little bit of a continuation because I just previously uploaded a conversation talking about funkydineva, FoxSoul, and Claudia Jordan, and just mentioning Flame Monroe, Tasha K, and even Michelle ATLien Brown, because it in this whole situation, there's elements of all of these people involved when it comes to funkydineva, right? But I just wanted to continue talking about FoxSoul and how, after just listening to some of funkydineva's most recent live that he did on his channel last night, I was listening to a little bit of it this morning. He revealed that he gave up $250,000 that he was making to be a part of that show 5 days a week, doing work for at least an hour. I would say more, because you have to look at the topics that they're sharing with you that you're going to be discussing, right? And then, that takes at least a few minutes. But anyway, just talking about that, I wanted to say that I will reiterate that FoxSoul, it sounds like they definitely dropped the ball when it comes to him, because the one thing that we cannot deny, hate him, love him, be indifferent, whatever, funkydineva, the personality, the man, Quentin Latham, whether you like him or not, agree with a lot of things that he says or not, he has grown because he has been able to do something that honestly a lot of people have a hard time doing, which is just being himself. He has just been himself, whether you have been turned off by some of the things that he has said or done. It is what it is. He has just been who he is, an openly gay man who has worn wigs. Terrible, a lot of them have been. His red lipstick on, talking about how somebody made him feel in between his legs and in his crack. I'll just say it like that. And no pun intended. I just don't want to say the word. But anyway, I can't deny, and a lot of people cannot deny, that his personality is what has gotten him to where he is. And FoxSoul, they saw that in him, and by way of Claudia Jordan, invited him to be a part of this ensemble cast. Now, with that being said, obviously he's just going to continue to do his own thing, and I don't have a problem with that. But I'm just going to reiterate again, I do believe FoxSoul made a huge mistake by letting him go the way that they allowed him to leave. Because why would they not have everyone's contracts being renegotiated at the same time? So it gives off a look like they didn't want him anymore based on whatever their reasons were, right? Because to have Al and Claudia still there, and he said that his contract was up at 6 months and they didn't want to pay him what he was demanding, so he just decided to walk away completely. He said it was his decision. But why wouldn't they have all three of them doing their contract negotiations at the same time? Even though I know this is not a reality show or a sitcom or whatever, when we see those casts, like, I'm not trying to equal them to the cast of Friends, but we all remember, even if we didn't watch it, because I didn't watch Friends, but I do remember the news about it. They all came together when it was time for their contract negotiations, because they were all being done at the same time, and they demanded their worth and they got it. So to me, it seems like FoxSoul, they've missed out on a lot, because right now Funkydineva is pulling in more numbers on his lives than FoxSoul TGIF is doing right now. And listen, I'm one of those people that I feel like it isn't all about the numbers, but he's clearly proving a point, and that point being, you needed me more than I needed you. And instead of having someone pay me a portion of what they are getting from what I'm bringing in, I'll just do it all on my own platform and get 100% of it. It makes sense. It makes business sense. So it's definitely a business decision. But FoxSoul, they dropped the ball by not having something in his contract to say, yeah, you can still have your YouTube channel, you can still produce content on your YouTube channel, but whether you are here working with us or if you leave after a period of time, because those non-compete and non-disclosure agreements, they have expiration dates. You can't bind someone for life, because I know with my non-compete and non-disclosure agreements, they're for a period of 3 years, and that's most businesses, right? It's usually between a year and 3 years. So the fact that they didn't have anything in their contract to say, after you leave, you still can't do live content on your channel the same time that we're doing live content on our channel. Not to say that that was going to stop him from pulling in the numbers, but I do believe that a good bit of the people still want to watch TGIF because it wasn't just about funkydineva. I know a lot of people may still feel that way, but not everyone does. I still like Claudia and and the show that she, I believe, was like the pillar of, and funkydineva and Al, and even before he left, Gary with the T, they were going to be the supporting cast, if you will, even though it was an ensemble. I believe that's the way it was set up. So I don't want to see Claudia fail. I don't want to see the show fail. And I actually watched the past couple of episodes of TGIF, and Flame and Roll was funny to me. I don't know any of these people, probably will never know them, but I do believe that Funky and the others, they all deserve their own success in their own right, and nobody should have to fail or falter because another one isn't there anymore. But funkydineva did call out Claudia Jordan, but didn't say specifically what it was about. He was saying that it wasn't about Flame Monroe, even though Flame Monroe wanted to make it about him. He said it wasn't about Flame Monroe, and he said he's no longer having dealings with Tasha K because of something that Tasha K put out. But the thing about it is, Tasha K has, I don't believe that Tasha K has any personal vendetta when it comes to this. I just believe she is who she is. And she said all the time that she doesn't have any friends when it comes to this. This is all business for her. And her family is who she's looking out for. So if funkydineva took it to mean that statement that she said it didn't include her, then maybe that was his misunderstanding. I don't know. But I do recall that he mentioned something on TGIF about Tasha K and that Cardi B situation, even though he was initially saying that's my friend. I make it a business not to talk about my friends. And so I'm not going to go there and share, like people really want me to when it comes to Tasha K. But at some point, I don't know if it's one of those nights when he just had a little bit too much to drink, had a little bit more tequila on the job than he should have, where he spilled some things that Tasha K may not have been happy about when it comes to the settlement, the judgment, not settlement, the judgment, and the bankruptcy, and how, she possibly may be hiding money. And I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know if Tasha K is taking that personally, and so now she's like, okay, game on. I really don't know. But I'm just basically saying that this is a business that is just maybe a little bit lower level than the, what do we call it, the Hollywood industry, right? So with Hollywood, people, you hear about how it's dirty, it's, dog eat dog industry and all of those different things like that. Well, YouTube, listen, it's entertainment as well. So you just have to really be careful and dot all your I's, cross all of your T's, and not really take things too personally, but still continue to look out for yourself. And I just feel that, again, all of them have the right to feel however they want to feel, but I don't think that one platform should be suffering because another person isn't there anymore. Now, I did I did hear the clip of Flame Monroe being interviewed by Tasha K and the statement that he made about, one funky, one junkie, and one monkey won't stop no show. Yeah, I mean, that was what he said. He, she, we said. And Funky has the right to feel however he wants to feel about that. But also, people are looking at all of these scenarios and situations, and I even talked about it a little bit on my previous conversation, even when it came to Michelle A.T. and Brown. I am definitely in agreement with a lot of people that feel like, look, it's been so many years, let it go, move on. I can understand that. But also, like Funky Dineva has said, you can't do wrong to somebody and tell them how to feel and how to react. I may not agree with it, but she's a vlogger. Clearly, this is stuff that's bringing in views to her channel, so it's bringing in her money. And he even says this all the time too, pay me for my pain. So look, this may be a way of her just continuously getting money off of the pain that she feels like he inflicted upon her, not just the rental situation, but also him blasting her on social media many, many years ago, and in some more recent years when he went on Tasha K's channel and did the interview, as well as what prompted that interview was when his YouTube channel got taken down. And I guess Michelle, she did a video talking about it. And then when he got it back up, he got up and then he responded to that, responded to her, and talked about how when they go low, I go to hell. I'm not Michelle Obama. I'm not going high when they go low. So all of these people have their own personal feelings in these situations, but also it is business as well. So the one thing people cannot take away from Funky Dineva is the fact that he has been able to build a successful platform off of just being himself, whether we like it, agree with it, or whatever. And that's something that a lot of people admire and respect about him. I can say that as well. I may not have the comfortability to say a lot of the things and do a lot of the things that he has done myself, because one, it's just not me. So that would be me being fake also. But I'm just saying, just being yourself, I can say that I'm one of those people that I do have my guard up a little bit, being an introvert. I don't really share a whole lot about my personal self on social media just because, one, I just don't feel that it's everyone's right to know, or it's everyone's business, and it's not something that I'm extremely comfortable with. But he's able to just be this persona of Funky Dineva, even though he is Quentin Latham, and he said he wanted to get away from that for a while with the wigs and the lipstick and whatever. But whether he was wearing the wigs or the lipstick, or he decided to take the wigs and the makeup off, people were still supporting him. And so if you are someone that is envious of that or whatever, you just kind of have to get over it, because he has built a successful platform on that, and it has opened up other opportunities for him. But also, just being cognizant and aware and being careful about how you share your thoughts, views, and opinions at times when it comes to some of these corporate entities, because that can become an issue. It can. If I mean, I guess if he wants to play that game and be in that industry, and in terms of not just being an independent creator like he is on his YouTube channel, because he does have a job on a radio station now. And listen, I don't know the connections that FoxSoul has with the higher ups for, who he's working with, or like he said, because now people know how much money I gave up. If you're going to come to me about opportunity, you know what the bar is that has been set. So don't come at me with anything less than that. But who's to say someone would want to take that chance and maybe possible risk moving forward, because they may see you as a liability, because if something doesn't go your way, then you're going to try to burn our house down, you know? And I'm not saying that's what he's trying to do, but some people may see it that way. So I just wanted to share a few more thoughts about it, just coming from the perspective of an outsider looking in that is a pretty much, I would say, supporter, because I am subscribed to a lot of these people and see their content, some maybe more than others, because just clearly because of my schedule, being a business owner and all the other things that I'm doing, as well as myself being a content creator as a hobby, then something like funkydineva, where you're doing it like this is your bread and butter and this is your living. So I respect it, but I just wanted to share my thoughts and interject in some places, some things that I saw, as well as a business owner, and seeing how I believe, from what I can see right now, FoxSoul definitely has dropped the ball in this situation. So guys, I just wanted to share a few more of my thoughts. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my views and opinions. Share yours respectfully in the comment section below. I really appreciate you guys being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.